Morning folks, welcome to another video and welcome to the Cairngorms National Park here in Scotland. Heading out for a wintry walk today. I'm not quite sure what to expect conditions wise with regards to the snow, but right now I'm just working my way alongside the shores of Loch An Eilian, which is a very popular place. I feel quite overwhelmed this morning. There's a lot of people, but what's super cool is it's frozen. It was -6, -7 last night. It was a pretty chilly night in the van, and it's a wee bit fresh this morning. I've got 4 layers on, but I'm feeling good. Yesterday I did Schiehallion, which is a very popular Munro in the region just south of the national park actually, and I lost my phone in the snow in a boulder field. So today, let me show you this. Look, I have found loads of clips and I'm clipping everything to myself, like literally everything, my GoPro, my phone, everything. So I'm just gonna try and get used to a bit of a new system. But yeah, I'm not feeling 100% today, I'm gonna be honest with you, so we'll see how we go. This is actually a walk on Highlands that's on the OS map app. So we're walking along the shores, basically going to head up to around 850 meters. It's definitely well within the snow line, I can see where we're going. But I wanted to do it this way around because we've got sort of the steeper ascent first of all, and then if it is a bit snowed in I can go meh and turn around and come back again. Just because I'm not feeling 1000% really, so we'll see. And then yeah, once we're up there it's a bit of a, I don't know, heathery plateau from the sounds of it, little bits of ups and downs, but navigation is going to be interesting. So I'm hoping it stays clear as it is right now, and in the meantime I'm just going to wander around the shores and then we'll get off the beaten track thankfully and up into the hills. Whew, also I'm really warming up. Beautiful. Here we have Loch An Eilian. It's a bit of a mouthful. Also frozen over on parts. I think you can see that there. Very cool. And we're gonna head right. I'm pretty sure this is it. Let's have a wee look at the telephone. Over the bridge. Right, I want to go a bit further around. I think we want to track rather than bushwhacking. I reckon this is us. Path not maintained. That sounds good, doesn't it? Let's go. We should be leaving some of the crowds behind now, which will be very nice indeed. This looks like a split, so I think you can see the wee lock in over there. Cool. And you can walk all the way around on this little path. Obviously we want to get closer to the hills, so let's take this path. Just taken my outer layer off, which is my very nice warm thermal puffy jacket, and I've just realised that all my layers are either blue or orange. My rucksack, my boots, my clothes, my gloves, my helmet, my ice axe. Whoops! It's a really lovely path this. So what you can see, if I point this right into the sun, we're basically working our way around this, and on the other side that's where we're going to cut up in the corrie, which obviously you'll see shortly. Okay, we've come from the left. I'm going to give this one a go. definitely some kind of pathage. That's enough of a worn ground to certainly suggest folks have been here before. I just love these forests. I mean, look at that tree. Huge, huge Scots pine against the sun, so it's quite hard to see, but it's amazing. Whee, a lot of ice. Nice. Up and up and up. Got a little opening here. Let's see what we can see. Oh, good things, my friends. Good things. Cannot wait to get to the top. Did I mention yet that I'm a bit hot? If not, I'm a wee bit hot. The sweat is happening. But all is good in the hood. Ah, look at this. That's just stunning. It's like a fairy tale. Really, really beautiful. Wow. Whew. Good one. You can see over there the hillside now. So very soon, right, we'll be leaving the trees. Ow, ow, ow. I don't know if it's a bit foolish or not, but as you can see, I've ended up getting quite wet from the foliage, the heather. Hopefully it can dry out and not freeze onto me. It's been a pretty good path so far. I know that it's sort of towards the top of this corrie, it thins out, which is fine. The only thing that's been a bit challenging is the tree roots are really slippery, and then the rocks have been very often covered in ice, so it's been quite treacherous and somewhat slow going. So I'll be pleased once we're out of the trees, because then that's one less thing to worry about. Not far. Well, as you can see, we've now left the trees, and whatever path we had, the alt is coming on down here, and the view behind is obviously only getting better and better. Yeah, really enjoying this actually. It's just beautiful. It feels quite wild and remote. Pathfinding is going, yeah, okay so far. I am just wondering if I should just make a beeline up, but I'm wondering and not acting on that. So let's keep plodding for now. Okay, yep, I'm now making my way up just this very steep bank, but it's getting wet down there. I didn't want to get too much of soggy feet. I just want to get to the top now, really. We were going to have to go up at some point, so it doesn't really matter if it's happening now or in 20 minutes. Bushwhacking. How are you? Look at this. That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Whew. Whoa, can you see that? That's a sundog. The halo around the sun. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Wow. It is, yeah, it's pretty tough going getting up here, to be honest. Very, very slow progress. I mean, it's really, really nice to have this sundog. Oh, jeez. not much to say. Not puffed out, but almost.
This 22-degree halo, as they are also known, is an optical phenomenon produced by light interacting with crystals suspended in the atmosphere. Now, I won't try and explain the science here, but instead share that it was utterly spectacular and a feature that acted as a guardian for my day in the mountains. Behind me, the land stretched out. Blue, green, white, grey. A view of great depth that motivated me onwards. Ahead, I could soon see my goal, the summit of Creag Dhubh at 848 metres above sea level.
Some of this is deep. I think I need to get higher up and get out of the deep bits. So I'm trying to stick to the foliage because I know there's a few little burns that come down here, and I want to make sure I don't crack through using my poles to check things. Getting there. Right folks, I'm not going to lie, I'm having my qualms here. We're doing alright time-wise. I'm almost at the top of the ridgy bit. This is deeper than I thought, and I've just been on Fat Maps, which is a really cool app, and you can see an avalanche forecast. Because the slopes behind me are the direction of the slopes I'm going to be going down, and there's more snow on there than I thought. And like I said to you at the bottom, the avalanche forecast is moderate risk on north and eastern slopes. Now I'm on a western slope right now, and what with this being deeper than I thought and those slopes having a fair amount of snow, I can't help but just feel a bit anxious. I'm constantly asking myself, can I get down from here? Can I get down from here? Yes, 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 yes. And there's enough time for me to very quickly get up and turn around and come back down. Down is always quicker. So yeah, I'm just feeling a bit anxious, I won't lie. There's definitely a time where it's nice to be with other people. I just feel a bit sick. I'm just telling myself, get up, see the top. It's going to feel nicer then. I'm not going to be on this clumpy stuff. And we'll go from there. Little ptarmigan footprints, can you see that? Super cute. Nice. Oh, I mean, that's cool. See these prints? This is a fox heading off that way. That's pretty cool. Sticks in the way. Nice. Oh, it feels wild out here, people. It really does. Very interesting feeling, have to say. I mean, look at this, dude. One of the reasons why I really wanted to get up here, though, was for the view on the other side. And that is phenomenal. Just saying, you know. Goodness me, look at that. Is that Cairngorm over there? Or the northern corries? I think it is. Whoa. Well, indeed. Look at this, beautiful people. That's rather nice, isn't it? Is that wild enough? Oh my life. Look at this. Whoa. Right, so before I do anything else, I'm going to put my crampons on. I'm just not feeling super safe. I think it's just the aloneness. I'm on the highest point, which is great. And I'm just not sure right now I'm feeling the courage to go down the other side. So I don't think I'm going to bother, quite frankly. And let's put this on as well, just to keep up with insulation. do get cold quite quickly up here. You know, I really should feel elated being at the top right now, but I don't. I just feel a bit isolated, I think. And the fact that there's no footprints of anyone having been up here for a while also suggests to me that, yeah, no one's come up where I want to go down. Actually, truthfully, walking up here would be easier without crampons right now. It's not deep here. Never mind. Gotta feel safe, so then you make safe decisions. I think that's really the point here, and why I'm filming these videos at the risk of judgment. This is me learning. I only a week ago did a winter skills course. I've done some big mountains in my life, but they've been with a guide. And this is me by myself. And I'm trying to just build my confidence bit by bit by bit. I'm trying to be very logical with my decision making. I'm trying to use common sense. I'm trying to look after myself. I'm constantly asking, do I feel safe? Can I reverse this? Can I reverse this? Yes. Do I feel safe? I'm wobbling a bit at the moment. Is that rational or is it irrational? It's irrational. I'm on a very nice, safe plateau. There's nothing at all to worry about. So it's just about, you know, working on my confidence now and making sure I don't end up in any kind of tunnel vision, making sure I make good decisions. And yeah, you know, some people might go, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? What about that decision? But this is me by myself, and we all start somewhere. So welcome to my learning journey. Now let's have a look down the other side of this this peak at 84.9 and see what the slope is like.
Totally lost in my processing mind, I forgot to visit the lump of rock behind me in the shot, known as the Argyll stone. Now there's lots of stories about how this rock got its name, but a common theme seems to be Archibald Campbell, the 7th Earl of Argyll.
I got the wrong lens on my big camera now, but that is Cairngorms. You can see the ski centre. They're coming all the way around. And Ben McDooey's just behind there, which is the highest peak in the Cairngorms National Park. And I just love the look of this, like crampons in the snow. It's pretty mint. And just about still got a sundog. Not bad at all, eh? Right, almost at the point where we start to dip down the other side, and that's the part that I'm getting curious about. See how powdery that snow is. Very powdery, it barely sticks together. Interesting. I'm just wondering if this is also still a fox. I mean, it's just come up, gone all the way over there, and then it's been sort of zigzagging, or whether the other people who were here yesterday had a dog. Can't quite tell whether it is a bit dog-like. Oh, also actually it's going this way. No, hang on, it's going that way. It's quite big for a fox. Cairnification. And I think we're going to be just fine here. Nice. Just that way to there and then dropping down. There's just not enough snow at this height. I mean, I'll get to the rim and I'll look down, but I think we're just fine. That leaves me only one thing left to do before heading down. let's get the drone up.
At the time of filming, I was still very new to using a drone, and sadly, mine continued to steam up after only a minute or two in the sky. Still, it felt majestic to get views of this ancient land from above, home to reindeer, Arctic hare, and caper kellies. I was also able to scout out my route ahead, which instantly dissipated all of my worries, as I saw the slope was completely manageable. I knew I would be all good, so off I went.
There's definitely a dog. That is big prints. That is, if that's a fox, then we have like wolf foxes in this country. Doesn't it just look so cool when you're looking back up the hill and it's just the one path, one set of footsteps, and it's yours. I love it. And I'm feeling so chuffed right now. Realistically, I'm almost out of the snow. And, you know, it actually makes me feel quite emotional because part of why I'm doing this is to learn and to grow. And it's just the perfect day to be up in the hills. You know, I've done everything I've needed to do for a successful trip. I've done my planning at home, I've checked the weather, I've checked the avalanche forecast, I've packed my bag accordingly, I've chosen a route that fits in to my ability levels, particularly at the stage that I'm at as a newbie to the world of winter hill walking and climbing. And I'm just really pleased because I think what I've really learned here is two things. First of all, when I am really exerting myself, it sort of translates as feeling a bit like panic, and the truth is there's no need to panic. It was really tough coming up because it was really deep snow and really heathery and just a bit ankle twistery and just tough and steep, but I definitely think I chose the best line of ascent, but I didn't need to feel the panic that I was feeling. Getting to the top, obviously conditions are beyond perfect today and there was no rush for me to move on, so I'm really glad I just took the time to put my crampons on and get my ice axe out. It's just helped me feel a lot more comfortable, and yeah, it's pretty unnecessary really, but it's helped with my confidence, and that's really important. And I think the next thing that I've learned is that I'm struggling still to look at the map and go, right, those contours translate as this steepness, and this steepness equals avalanche area, and you know, anything from sort of 30 to 40 degrees is very prime avalanche conditions. Now the thing is, there's not enough snow here, and you're supposed to be able to stand looking up the slope and have your walking stick out like this, and obviously that's 90 degrees, so half of that is 45 degrees, so we must be at like, I don't even know, like 10 degrees. So at least here right now. I think what I was coming up was certainly a lot steeper than this, and well, it's just learning to translate what I'm actually on now as a gradient from the map, and then what that means for winter walking conditions. So I think these are all things that are just really valuable to know, and as I sort of debrief myself, the things I will make a note of. Today is possibly one of my last days up here in the Cairngorms, which is why I'm just so glad I walked over the top and I came and had a look, because it doesn't hurt to look, you know, so long as you're not about to go off and set off a cornice or off an edge that's, you know, really sheer and craggy. I mean, you're not going to walk near that because you can see it on the map, and it's just super cool because I had this peak all to myself. I'm looking out over the Cairngorm Massif, over the plateau, and it's just mint. It's absolutely mint. This is literally me living my dream life right now. That's why I've done my winter skills, is so that I can get up into the hills when there's snow and feel like I know what I'm looking at and I can make good decisions. It's like as a scuba diver, you wouldn't just go into the ocean at a random point without knowing, you know, the currents and the tides and the conditions and the temperature and being fully kitted up. You just wouldn't do that. So why would you do that in the mountains? you shouldn't. So I'm really happy. I feel like I am just gradually building my confidence. I'm learning so much. It's not about doing the highest, longest, most steepest crags and peaks right now. It's just about learning. It's about taking my own hand and coaching myself through with the information and knowledge that I have. So chuffed a bit. And again, like, it's hard work filming these things because, you know, I am in my head and I am thinking and I am making decisions, but I'm really glad that I've brought the cameras and I'm just sharing this learning process with you. So that's enough of that. I think I'm just talking myself down the mountain, really. So as you can see, the snow is very much thinning out, and to be honest, it's probably going to be time to get these crampons off because they're a little bit precarious when it's not particularly deep. But yeah, let's get to the next little what's it called, moundy bit, and then we'll begin our descent proper back down into the glen. This will do. Take this seat and have a little snack. Fair amount of foliage attached to these as well. I always find it rewarding carrying a warm drink into the hills, because I wouldn't say it's hot, but it's got some temperature to it. So looking back across the northern slopes now, obviously we were up there. It looks really quite cool, doesn't it? And now it's a bit of a free-for-all, just heading down off the peaks really. We've got to get right the way down into the glen to the river and we'll pick up a track from there. There we go. 10 meters on. And you can see down to the glen. So right where those trees are, that's the track. Actually going to be in the shade. It's probably going to be quite cold there. You can see that the sun is going to be dipping behind that and we're going to be dropping down. It's probably going to be quite a chill. So let's get down and keep moving to keep that body temperature up. So apparently at 800 meters today, it's supposed to be, it feels like temperature of -8. And that's about as high as we were. I have to say I didn't feel that cold. But then, you know, I really have been moving a lot on this walk today. I haven't really stopped very much at all, but I have a feeling as soon as we drop away from the sun, it's going to get cold quite quickly. I'm already wrapped up. I mean, I've got 4 layers on, for crying out loud. So yeah, maybe it is colder than I actually think. But anyway, the sun is going to disappear and it's time to just keep moving. So this is sort of what I was coming up, but not quite as heathery. It's hard underfoot when you can see everything, let alone when you can't. Right, so I just have to go over this little hillock and to the glen on the other side, but we're not done for obstacles yet. Can you see this? There's water, frozen water. So I'm going to actually head this way a little bit where it's looking a little less deep, and hopefully we can cross somewhat with dry feet. Hopefully. Ah. Ooh, it does look treacherous, I won't lie. I'm not loving the look of that. Oi. Good. Good. Oh, there's depth underneath that, I tell you. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa! Standing on a bog. We did it! Yay! The challenge is definitely not over. There is a lot of standing water here. Just got to really avoid it, because whilst it wouldn't be disastrous, it would suck to dunk into one of those right now. Oh, well, it's pretty thick ice, so actually I think we'd be fine. Cool. Good to know. Yes. And there's the track. And that equals ease and speed. Happy days, people, happy days. And the loch is, I don't know, somewhere over there.
With the hardest part of my day behind me, I knew that this last leg would be easy to enjoy. I made sure not to rush off the hill, taking my time to savour the gentle evening light painting the lands. To say that it was beautiful would be an incredible understatement.
And we're on the track, people. That feels good. Wave goodbye to the mountains. See you another day, my friends. Well, I really have been playing around in the snow for a long time today. I've just realised I have about 3 miles left, and it's getting on for 5 o'clock. So thankfully it doesn't get dark until 6. It's now getting on towards the end of February. But regardless, I'm going to put my foot down and just walk now. Reflect on my lessons from the day, and well, think about dinner, I guess.
I have to say, if this summit is beyond you, but you want to experience the beauty of this area, the track down the glen is second to none, and comes highly recommended.
Well folks, I'm almost back at the loch, and I daren't speak because it's just silence here now. It just feels so calm and at peace with the landscape. I also just can't stop smiling, like my soul is just completely ablaze right now with joy. All I can hear is my footsteps, my paws on the ground, my breath, and silence. And it's beautiful, and I just feel like I'm being recharged with every step. And you know, building up to this trip, I was getting really quite restless. It's just like, oh my gosh, I need to get out. I'm yearning for the mountains, for the trees, for the heather and the bilberry, and just open wild spaces. And I really feel like today I've been able to embrace that. And quite often, you know, really accessing wild spaces means you need to be alone, you need to get alone, you need to get off the beaten track. You know, I very quickly left behind everybody who was looping the Loch An today and started to go with the different path, go the lonely path. And you know, sometimes being alone is really difficult because you have to really be able to stay on top of your mind and your heart and your instincts to know what you're doing so you can keep yourself safe. I'm not one to really leave things down to chance, particularly not in the mountains, but as hard as that can be and as lonely as that can feel sometimes when it is scary, it's extra rewarding because you push yourself. I've pushed myself today and I'm just glowing. It feels amazing. And now I just feel like back on the track, back in very safe lands. The forest and everything around me is just hugging me like, yes, you did it. And it feels so good. It feels so good. And you know, it is, I always say in these videos, adventure is a very subjective term. Adventure means different things to different people. And I don't make these films to be an icon you can compare yourself to. I make these films to be a person that you can walk alongside, that can blaze the path and encourage you to blaze your own, to get out there and push your boundaries in a safe way and reach new horizons, to face your fears and revel in the amazing, amazing feeling that you're guaranteed to get afterwards. And you know, it's just, if you make mistakes, it's okay. If you fall down, it's okay. Get back up, learn from them, grow from them, and embrace the wild beauty around you, because this is what nature can do for us. It can allow us to grow if we're just willing to show up a little earlier and push a little harder. We can get so much from it, and I've got so much from today, and indeed these last few days, heading up into the hills above the snow line into challenging territory, and it's been amazing. So I just want to thank you for watching today's video, and of course any of the videos that I make. I'm always grateful that you're here. I couldn't do this without you, and I do this because I love it. I make these films because I love to share these stories, and that is honestly what I get out of it more than anything else, is just the companionship almost of knowing that you're there. So I appreciate you sticking around for this long. And now I clearly have to walk through this icy puddle. So let's just do that before I sign off. There we go. But no, thank you for watching, folks, and I just want to encourage you in your own journeys and your own adventures to keep on getting out, keep on pushing, keep on growing, keep on believing in yourself. Don't forget, motivation so often follows momentum and movement. You've got to get up and get out, and then the motivation follows. And that's exactly what I did today. Wasn't feeling it this morning, pushed through anyway, had my little steps, took them all, and then very soon the thrive followed. And it sure has been a day full of thrive. So enjoy those adventures, and until next time, stay wild. I'll see you soon.